audience, Parul here with another episode, and I've got a special guest today from all the way from USA, Lawrence Patterson. Now, Lawrence got a lot to tell us, a lot of life experience to share. Lawrence is a motivational speaker. He now inspires people with his messages. He's been through lots of life challenging experience from battling cancer to addictions to broken down marriages. But what? He is now successful young man with successful marriage, kids, and he now trying to help others as well. So Lawrence, welcome on board and thank you for giving us your time to share your experience and your expertise with our audience.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it, Farad. Thank you for your time. I thank you for this opportunity you have given me to be able to share my story, to help to impact someone else's life that's dealing with challenges such as myself has faced. And, I've overcome those challenges in life through a lot of, ups and downs, but it strengthened me along the way to be who I am today. Overcoming cancer, at a very young age. I overcame drug abuse, alcohol abuse, pornography abuse, so many different things that I have dealt with in my life that has made me who I am today, because 18 years I was in a dark place. And being in that dark place, I really didn't find myself. I was self-inflicting, creating old wounds for myself and not learning how to overcome them. But through the prayers of my family and my relationship with God, it got me through this. And that's why I'm here today, just sharing my story with so many others that might be going through the same things I have dealt with and went through in my life.
Well, first of all, Lawrence, congratulations and also being a motivated encourager, because not many people like to share their dark side, what happened in the past. So I'm congratulating you for having the courage to come and talk about the past issues, but also trying to help others. So what motivated you, Lawrence, to come and talk about your issues and help other people now that you're helping?
Well, what has motivated me is there's so many of us out here dealing with different struggles in life, and we all go through different things, but overcoming them is a hard task. And for me, it was hard because I had to first to admit that I had a problem. I didn't want to admit that I had a problem. I didn't want to admit that the problem was controlling me. And then so many others around me that strengthened me, that encouraged me to keep pushing, to keep fighting. And that's what I want to do for so many other people that are dealing with stuff in their life, because we can overcome the brokenness, we can overcome the pain, we can overcome the hurt. It doesn't have to control us. It doesn't have to keep us stuck in the same situations that we may face that we cannot get through. And that's why I'm here today, to speak and share my story with someone that may be on that breaking point, that feels like giving up, that feels like just throwing in that towel. And I would have told them today that I don't want you to do that, because I'm standing here, a man that is sober, a man that is, clean, and it's been new creation. I've been created new, and that's what I want to do for each and every one that I come across to share my story with. And hopefully today someone's impacted by the message that God has given me to speak and the words that he gives me to encourage someone else.
Oh, well, thank you, Lawrence. Yeah, absolutely well said. He said, you can overcome anything. End of that is up to you. Whether you want to live in the darkness of being sober, or whether, or all the other issues, or where you want to go and move forward with life. Absolutely. So, Lawrence, what would be helpful for our audience is if you could share your top tips for people who's been through challenging life experiences, or people who's actually going through, but they can't see the light on the other side of the tunnel, how they can overcome to become.
Well, the first thing we have to do, we have to change our mindsets. It's our mindset change. It's a mind shift change. And I know sometimes it's hard. Our mind plays a lot of tricks on us, in God's word, he says, be transformed by renewing of your mind. Do not be conformed to this world. And what we have to do, we have to surround ourselves with individuals that are going to make us better, that's going to bring out the best version in ourselves. And that's what I had to do. I had to make that shift and say, you know what? I had to take ownership of my faults. I had to take responsibility, knowing that I got myself in this position, but there's people around me that's helping me, to encourage me to get out of that position. If you're stuck right now, I want you to surround yourself with individuals that are going to help you grow and continue to be the best version of you, and so many others that are looking up to you, like your family and your friends and your loved ones. Because see, that's the most encouragement that was for me. And when I had to understand that my mindset had to change, the surroundings had to change, and then that's when I was able to move forward and be surrounded by the ones I love and care for.
Oh, thank you, Lawrence. Two important points you shared. Obviously, mindset has to be changed, but it's the little things, isn't it? In order to change mindset, you have to do all the steps to get there. Now, can you share a couple of your steps? What did you do to actually change your mindset practically?
Well, what I did
Mm.
was, I had to take that responsibility of my actions. I had to come to the understanding that this problem was bigger than me. Once I realized that I no longer can control this problem myself, I had to reach out and get the necessary help. Like I said, I'm a very godly, faithful man of God. I have a relationship with Him, and He has helped me through so many challenges in my life. He has strengthened me. My family has strengthened me. But like I said, again, the most important thing is to remember that you are loved by so many people that you don't even know you're loved by. And, if I had to tell somebody, five things, the first one would be yes, the mindset. The second one would be surround yourself with like minded individuals, expose yourself to people who are have overcome their own struggles in life, sharing their stories with you, helping you and encouraging you. And then after you do all those things, the third thing that I would tell someone, I would like for them to find their purpose. Find your purpose, find what drives you, find the passion behind why you do what you do. And I'm standing here today. My purpose is to love and to serve others, to help someone else get through their brokenness in life, their pain in life, their hurt in life. And after you do that, I want you to believe in yourself. Fourthly, I want you to believe that you can change the situation, that you speak boldness and confidence and knowing that the situation will no longer control you. And when you speak confidence into that mountain that you're facing, you will conquer it. That mountain will move. And then you'll start to see, number five, the word consistency. I believe consistency is the very most important thing in your life changes because you have to stay consistent. Once you start something, you got to continue to go after day, even though sometimes you wake up in the morning, you don't feel like going, you don't feel like doing it. You have to push yourself. You have to persevere through those challenges, those walls that you may face in life. And that's going to help you overcome those brokenness and that pain and that affliction that you have caused yourself. And those are the tips and those are the steps that I use daily. Like I said, again, waking up with a positive attitude, thanking God for another day, you know, talking to my loved ones, surrounding myself with individuals that are exposed already in a higher level of success than I am. They're helping me grow. And then, like I said again, believe in yourself. Believe that you can conquer this mountain. Believe that you can get through this. And fourthly, I want you to realize and understand that you got to find that purpose, find that passion. What drives you every day? And then five, stay consistent. And all those things that you do from step one to step five, they will help you to be the greatest person, the best version of yourself in life. So is myself.
Absolutely. Well said, Lawrence. Among those, you mentioned a lot of things. I think one of the things you mentioned is life purpose, asking ourselves why we created in this world. Whether you believe in religion or not doesn't matter. We all human beings. We all
Yeah.
were created by someone. So asking yourself the life purpose, why I'm here. Lawrence, you also talked about getting the necessary help. I
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
you believe in your faith. Some people probably don't believe in certain faith, but still believe in yourself. Mention self belief is so
Yeah.
important, whether you believe in a faith or not, but believe in yourself, because there is nothing more important than self belief. Because when you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything. Third point you mentioned, another point you mentioned about getting help from others who's done it before, which is so crucial, isn't it?
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
you can struggle to reach the other end, but without learning from somebody who's done it before, it's going to take you ages. So it's so important to go and ask for help from someone who's done it before. Okay, great, great point, Lawrence. Now I want to ask you, share with us your final thoughts for our audience. Let's hear from you. What's your final thoughts for all those people who are listening, who's going through challenges or been through challenges but still struggling?
If I had to say something to someone that's either going through something or have been through things, I want them to say, stand strong. I want them to keep fighting. I want them to never give up. Because, see, once we give up, we're already allowing the situation to control us. And what we don't want to do is give control to whatever we're facing. You know, for so many years, I was giving control to alcohol abuse, drug abuse, and pornography. You know, I was destroying, you know, my first marriage, and my second marriage was on the brinks. But you know what? I had to overcome to realize that what's more important is me changing for me and changing for the best, because my family needs me, my kids needed me. You know, there's so many people that were looking up to me and asking me, saying, hey, when are you going to step up to the challenge? And today I want you to step up to the challenge. I want you to know that you have the strength to overcome anything that you're going through. And today's words will be exactly stand strong, stand tall. And the message that I have set out today is I will not be moved. I will not be defeated. I will have victory, victory, victory. And you speak those words in confidence and knowing that you're going to overcome this situation. And the ones that are pushing through and have overcome that, keep believing in yourself, and you will continue to be successful.
Well done, Lawrence. Well said. You just remind me, last week I was reading a newspaper in the UK, and one of the suicide prevention charities says 75% of suicide happen to be by young men, also under 45. Now, I know lots of men don't talk about issues. Last month, we were focusing on mental health. You know, September was a mental health awareness month. You know, seeing the figure was shocking. I know women talks, men don't talk about it. What your message, I'm just adding one thing, what your message would be to those young men who actually bottling up and finding hard to speak up, or just to talk to their friend, they're struggling to bring it out? Because when you bring out, it goes out from your chest, and you are the living example of the person who recover from brokenness to a fulfilled life. So what your message to those young men, actually, especially who are struggling?
I would say the message to the young men is struggling as myself. I was not speaking up. I was not speaking out. I was holding everything in. And that was causing more pain and more hurt and more brokenness. But what we have to do is we have to set aside our pride. We have to set aside, oh, we're that tough man mentality. You know, and it's okay for men to be emotional. It's okay for men to cry, you know, because sometimes we have to get to that point where what's more important? Holding all this in and destroying ourselves more, or letting it out, releasing it, because we have to release that pain. We have to release that hurt. We have to release that brokenness. And when we come to responsibility of the ones that are around us, because see, we was placed here as men to be in responsible roles to take care of our families, to take care of our kids, and to take care of the loved ones around us. So it's okay if you might not feel like, you know, coming out and being emotional about your situation, but get around individuals that are going to help you, and it's going to continue to help you be who you need to be. And I believe that's going to change you for the greater and for the good. And understanding that, guess what? The power is in you, and you have the power to change. So I would encourage you to step up and change, because you have the power to change.
Absolutely, well said, Lauren. The power is within you, and you can change. You know, yeah, that's great point. So, Lawrence, if our audience want to connect with you, what's the best point of contact?
The best point of contact for me is Facebook, of course. You know, Instagram and Facebook are connected, and then also TikTok. I am on TikTok, Lawrence Patterson. You can just type that in, and my name will pop up. And as far as well as on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn as well. I can be reached there as Lawrence Patterson. And then, like I said, again, YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel, Lawrence Patterson, on YouTube there as well. So all basically the social media platforms, even the new one now that I think Twitter turned into X now. Something
Oh, yes,
like
I haven't used it yet.
but I'm not that I'm majority on Facebook and TikTok. Those are my main channels that I usually use, TikTok and Facebook, and like I said, LinkedIn there. But yeah, you can find me on there. And then, like I said, I am in the process of, you know, starting a website and doing some other different, you know, things to help me get out there more. So in due time, that's going to come.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Lawrence, for your time and sharing your experience, also your top tips with our audience. And I'm sure you will come back next time with more tips for our audience. Everyone listening, please do share this video, because you never know who you're going to help. By sharing and liking this video, you might help somebody else. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel, because when you subscribe, you get alert of our next video release. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next video.